Welkom terug. En vandaag spelen wij Monolith. Monolith. Voor mij een redelijk oud spel. Maar met een goed verhaal. Start game. Ik heb geen flauw idee waar het over gaat. Volgens mij speelt zich dit af in de toekomst. Ai! Net zoals de Titanic, maar dan in de lucht. Ja, bel dan maar de ANWB.
Shh, please don't get up yet.
What happened?
You were in a coma. Can you remember your name?
No. Yes, I'm Tessa.
Good. Do you know what happened?
Oh, my head. It's like it's been split in two. Was I in an accident?
Yes. Can you remember any of it?
Not really. I know I woke up in a sleeping pod.
Then tell me everything you do remember. From the start.
I was freezing. That's the first thing I noticed. That's when I knew something was wrong. It's not reacting! Oh. What? Mark? Mark! Where are you? Something's wrong here. Have we crashed? Ugh, my whole body hurts. His sleeping pod is empty. He probably got woken up by the system after the crash and must have ran to the cockpit. He could have woken me up too. I should look for him and... ow! Oh! Damn it, I'm stuck. All I can move is my arm.
Okay.
The opening mechanism is blocked. No way to get it to work. Great. The cover is torn. I can see the foam padding. I pulled out a large piece.
Open the inventory with the button at the bottom right. Rubberen foam. Short.
Sharp and pointy. I have to be careful with it.
Can also combine inventory items within the inventory. Pick up one of the items and left click when you hold it over another item. The order of combination is irrelevant. Waar is een stukje schuim nou dan? Oh hier.
A piece of foam padding from my cryo capsule. Yes, that works. Now I can hold it without cutting myself.
Ah.
Come on, I have to get out of here. Finally.
De voice acting is echt bagger.
First of all, I need to get my spacesuit on. It's freezing. So that's why it's cold. The nitrogen tubes have burst and are freezing everything. I'm definitely not dressed for the occasion. I'm cold enough as it is. I should probably wait on this. Mark? Cockpit, this is Tessa. Mark, can you hear me? Cockpit, this is Tessa. No reply. That either means there's a technical problem or Mark is... I need to get to the cockpit now.
Click on the ground to move Tessa. Double clicking on the floor an object will make Tessa run. If you double click on an exit, like the door, this action will be executed immediately. Leak, cryo chamber.
That's Mark's cryopod. Looks like it's intact and unharmed. But there's no sign of him. This pipe leads to a tank where cooling fluid is filtered. It must have burst in the crash. The sieve might be useful, even when it's taken apart.
Een zeef.
My spacesuit is in there, but with all this nitrogen, I can't open it without my hand turning to ice. That's Mark's cryopod. Looks like it's intact and unharmed, but there's no sign of him. Cockpit for Tessa. No reply from Mark. There's disinfectant inside that we have to use before going into cryosleep. Easily flammable. I should be glad if I didn't wake up as a human torch. If I pull this lever, the stuff would pour out onto the ground. There's disinfectant inside that we have to use before going into cryosleep. Easily flammable. A detached metal bar. I can't reach it. The nitrogen pipe has burst and the mist coming out of it is icy cold. The tank this belongs to is at the front of the ship. Maybe I can block the pipe. Damn it. This is worse than I thought. Why did we crash? The guidance system should have been able to prevent it from happening. At least it's not smoking as much up here. Mark and I can fix this. I'm sure. We have to... Mark? The cockpit is blocked by rubble. Maybe he's injured and trapped in there. At least that would explain why he isn't responding. Okay, Tessa. What to do? Maybe go at it from the outside? Locked. I can see a lock at the front with an almost round keyhole. The Great. Standard color, standard size, standard contents. Empty. The console is broken. I think I know how to repair it, but I need my suit or I'm toast.
Het spel doet me een beetje denken aan The Longest Journey. Die is wel fucking oud.
That's a lot of debris. There should be something there that I could use. A thin, pointy piece of metal. A few bolts. I'll just take all of it. The card reader for the hold door. I need an ID card to use it. That's the door to the hold, but it won't open. I need to find another way forward. The cables are broken and the insulation is gone. I have to be careful. The hull is torn. I can see the insulating foil, but I can't get it out. Ha! It's just as Confucius says. The woman who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. Or at least she would, if she could. They're too heavy just to pick them up. I have to get to the cockpit from the outside. Ha! It's just as Confucius. I have to get to the cockpit from the outside.
Metal bolts, metal piece. En een sieve. Ja.
Locked. I can see a lock at the front with an almost round keyhole. No chance. I need the key. I could try cutting out the insulating foil.
Ja,
How?
Ja.
Sometimes you just have to break things even more before you can repair them.
Nu pak ze hem alsnog gewoon. Sparks.
This pipe transports nitrogen, which is freezing the locker from the back. It is controlled via a valve.
Ja, ik wil net zeggen, man. Kan ik dat ding niet aanklikken?
That might have stopped the nitrogen. Damn, it's been exposed to the cold for too long. The ice is preventing me from opening it. It won't just thaw on its own. There's no more nitrogen coming out, and I wouldn't mind if it stayed that way. If I pull this lever, the stuff would pour out onto the ground. Looks like a bowl, but it's actually a sieve. Liquid would just seep right through. Done! I've had to improvise a lot of bowls in the past few years, and I think this one is my second best. I should be able to use this to collect and transport the disinfectant.
Okay. Pretty straightforward.
It's no use.
Oh. Sparks.
Oh, that was easier than I expected. Finally, some heat. Almost too much heat. My eyes are burning.
Ja, ik stop ook altijd gewoon een pan wat in de fik staat in mijn zak. Dus ja, is niet zo heel raar.
This should hopefully thaw the ice if I have enough fuel. It's working!
Goed zo, Tessa.
Oh, that's nice. So comfy and warm. Watch out, foreign planets. You can't scare me anymore. Well, at least not with cold temperatures. There's something in these pockets. Key, matches, and... our company's ID card. But the name on it is... Melissa Luna? Who's that? But that's definitely me in the picture. So, this company can send rockets through space but then prints the wrong name on my ID card? No wonder we crashed if they can't even get that right. Before I start looking for Mark again, I should write down my experiences on my ID card's logbook. Well, IMC's accident protocol requires me to do so, and we've definitely had an accident. I'll just use this one.
You can open the logbook at the bottom right side of your screen. Key, matches, ID card.
Strange. This data is pretty similar to mine. It's almost a complete match. But the numbers and the date of birth are shifted by one. 1 day, 1 month, 1 year. But the biometric data is correct. I don't recognize the...
I'm Tessa Carter, Research Expedition Leader at the Intergalactic Mining Corporation. My ID number there starts with 2401, but I don't know any further. Our ship crashed and I have only fragmentary memories. The ID card I found in my suit clearly shows my photo, but the name on it is Melissa Luna. I don't know that name. I used it with the logbook anyway, because otherwise I would be able to keep a record. Mark Bennett, the pilot, is nowhere to be found and is not responding to communication attempts. Whether we reached our destination or crashed elsewhere is unclear. Our destination, planet, and details of our mission are things I can't remember yet. The emergency system woke me up from cryo sleep. I found everything devastated. Since the way to the cockpit is blocked, I will have to leave the ship. In addition to figuring out how the crash happened and why the onboard computer didn't perform a safe emergency landing, I need to find out what this ID card is all about. I'm going to leave the ship and keep looking for Mark. I am curious to see what awaits me out there.
I shouldn't be wasting my time with this. Examine planet, find Mark, repair ship, survive. That's all.
That's the sleutel for the hatch.
Perfect fit. Ah, a toolbox.
Toolbox?
I mean, I hope it's a strange packet with an interstellar radio device.
Remember that by right-clicking on an inventory item you can examine or interact with it. Wat doet ze?
What do we have here? Screwdriver, sealant foam, and a blowtorch. A crate. Standard color, standard size, standard contents. Empty.
Empty? Was er daar niet iets mee?
The card reader for the hold door. I need an ID card to use it.
Access denied.
Strange. That's my card, and the bioscanner should confirm that it's me, and that I have access. Something isn't right here.
Matches, ceiling foam. Metal piece. Welding torch. Metal bolts.
I never understood why people would block card slots with paper. I can't outsmart a card reader. I'm just going to need an ID card. I need to insert the cables into the sockets to make the door work again. There's a lamp for each socket to show if it's receiving enough electricity.
If you see this icon at the side, you can move the objects in a world directly. Click on the object, hold down and move them over.
Okay, the cables are where they should be. Now I can try the outer door. I'm excited to see what's out there. Or I would be if I wasn't in this situation. This card isn't authorized for the cargo hold.
What? Oh. Waarom heb ik die kabels dan gemaakt?
The card reader for the hold door. I need an ID card to use it.
No. Zeg ze no.
This card isn't authorized for the cargo hold.
Nee, toch. Nee. Kan ik hier ergens naartoe? Dat ding?
A detached metal bar. Oh, I can't reach it. No, too short. Cockpit for Tessa. No reply from Mark. Cockpit for Tessa. No reply from Mark.
Of moet ik dan nog gewoon naar buiten?
Ha! It's just as Confucius says. The woman who moves a mountain begins. I have to get to the cockpit from the outside. The rest is junk.
Junk.
The welder isn't lit. Good, that works. I have to combine something before I can weld.
die peep dicht
There's
maken.
no more nitrogen coming out, and I wouldn't mind if it... That would just make the hole bigger. That would just make the hole bigger. That's Mark's cryopod. Looks like it's intact and unharmed.
Hello? Am I stupid? Ah, poep.
Probably breaks more than it helps.
Oh, hier zit een fucking deur.
I'd better put on the helmet, just to be sure.
Het is gewoon een fucking deur, man.
I hope the door survived the crash. Yes! It's seen better days, but it's open.
Ik vroeg me al af, waarom heb ik dan die kabels daar gemaakt? Waarvoor zijn dan die kabels? Nou, dat is dus gewoon een deur.
Oh, just barren rock. All gray and dead. I was hoping for a world thriving with interesting flora and fauna. That looks pretty bad. And here I was thinking we'd be able to fix it. Where even are we? Was this planet our destination, or did we go off course? And what even is our mission? My head is spinning. I can't even remember our mission. Must have been quite the crash. Or maybe the disinfectant was out of date. Nothing. Nothing at all. No buildings, lights, roads, just nothing. A barren wasteland. Maybe our mission was to explore a newly found, boring planet and collect samples. A planet like this one. I mean, foreign planets are always exciting, but under the circumstances. Oh, Mark, of course. Nothing stirring in the cockpit, but he has to be there. Where else could he be? I need to get in there somehow.
New diary entry. Unknown planet, unknown time, crash site. I quickly registered that it was an emergency landing, but I didn't expect us to hit so hard. The tail caught fire and is demolished. The cockpit hangs over a precipice and is not easy to reach. At least that explains why Mark didn't come to me after the impact. I assume he is stuck inside. Since he didn't respond to the communication system, he's probably unconscious too. At least I hope he is only unconscious. I have to find a way into the cockpit, as hard as it gets. And all on a planet that isn't exactly the paradise we hope for every time we land.
I can't see anything in there, just some flashing sparks. Mark has to be in there. The TAC-92's wreck. If I could only remember how it crashed. This used to be part of the landing gear. There are a few parts scattered inside. A large hook that sealed the maintenance hatch during the flight. Must be pretty sturdy. And the lever to open the hatch. Both made from heat-proof ceramics. It's still smoldering a bit, but it shouldn't explode now, and the fire should go out by itself. Soon.
Leave?
I can see some debris, But if Mark is underneath it, then there's no hope for him. He has to be in the cockpit.
Plate. Rift. Plate.
The cockpit's braces connecting it to the fuselage are still intact, as far as I can tell. But it's hanging to the side quite a bit. I'd better just leave it as is. Even if I could reach it with this, it wouldn't fit inside the crack. This panel allows us to service the instruments behind it. The mechanism to open it is on the right. You usually activate it from the cockpit, so there has to be a way through.
On the right? Oh, aan de andere kant. Oep.
Even if I could reach it with this, it wouldn't fit inside the crack.
Dat is.
Rocks as far as the eye can see. And some smoke. But that's probably just from the planet's volcanic activity. There seems to be plants over there. I can see something green. Some silver lining at least. That means there could be water, food, and maybe even life. Where the hell are we? This panel allows us to service the instruments behind it. The mechanism to open it is on the right. You usually activate it from the cockpit, so there has to be a way through. I won't be able to close it completely with this, and it seems like the connection is good enough.
Ik heb een haak. En een lever. Wat?
I can't combine or affix them. I can't combine or affix them.
What?
Nothing left inside. Yes,
Toch
I
wel.
can reach it with that. It's long enough, but I can't find a good entry point.
It's long enough, but I can't.
I can't combine or affix them. I can't combine or affix them. I can't combine or affix them. A bit wobbly. If I could fasten it properly, the pole would have a pointed flat edge that I could use. This helmet isn't equipped with welding goggles, but it should at least keep my eyes from melting. Not a bad weld seam for a beginner. I suppose Mark would say otherwise. Show off.
This is where the mechanism should be. Come on. Mark would have been able to help me here. As if. Yes, I knew it! There's a passage to the cockpit. The mounts on this panel look solid. I have to try it. Unpleasant, but unavoidable. Carefully now. Mark! What? Nobody here. Did he just leave me behind? No, he would never do that. He would only go if he knew I wasn't in danger. And this is better than finding his body lying around. Wherever he is, we need help to get away from here. After breaking down, the first thing we need to do is send out an emergency signal. I hope someone will receive it. The earlier I get it done, the better. Mark has to wait. Right. Emergency signal. I need that console over there. It won't turn on. Probably no power. The power cells for the cockpit are behind the cover below. The power cell slots are behind it. The power cell slot...
Ja.
I can always count on my screwdriver. I don't believe it. The power cells are empty. Mark explained to me how to properly utilize any residual charge. All slots have to be filled, I remember that much. But I have to rearrange the cells. If I relay the remaining energy to the communication transmitters, I might just be able to create a signal. But I'd also have to somehow broadcast the signal, and I need the control console for that. So both console and the comms need to be supplied with energy.
Console and the comms. What is it? Symbol?
The symbol for the ship's outer sensors. That's the symbol for the communication transmitters. They're drawing energy from two cells. The symbol for the heating. They're drawing energy from two cells. That's the symbol for the display, so the console's up here in the cockpit. It won't work as long as there's no power. The symbol for the electric locks.
Dus deze?
That's the symbol for the communication transmitters. They're drawing energy from two cells. The symbol for the aeration system. They're drawing energy from two cells. The symbol for the ship's outer sensors. Okay, the communication device and the display have as much energy as I can give them. Let's hope it works.
Heb ik hem nou gewoon in één keer goed?
Still works. Right then. Communication. Emergency signal.
What? Wat
Low energy. Emergency signal cannot be activated. Low energy. Emergency signal cannot be activated. Low energy. Emergency signal cannot be activated. Low energy. Emergency signal cannot be activated.
Damn it! Do something! You could at least make a little noise! If only Mark was here. I need more power to send an emergency signal. Which means... power cells. There should be some in the hold.
bla 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 bla.
Mark's logbook. Didn't he take it with him? Or maybe he left it here on purpose so I could find his hints. Mark's logbook. An old version. But he likes things retro. Maybe I can find some answers in it.
Ja, open hem dan.
It's not completely intact anymore. I'll remove the ID card. Then I can read the entries in my logbook.
Mark Bennett. Pilot mechanic programmer. Trained at the academy. Born in Vancouver, Canada. Hetzelfde als waar ik ben geboren. Oké. Scheduled arrival on day 4. All system normal, power and thrust at full. Hull and structure intact. Day 5. Landing point missed. Both participants complain of aching limbs and memory gaps. Day 7. Sleepless nights. Night. Memory of mission, reason difficult, fake memory of attack, analysis of environment. Okay.
I don't think all these flashing lights are a good sign. I don't think all these flashing lights are a good sign.
Het komt zo.
If I hear low energy one more time, I'm going to go crazy. I need to look for fresh power cells in the hold so I can send...
De hole is achterin, volgens mij.
I don't think I have to do any more about that. I don't think I'm gonna find anything useful there. But there might be some charged power cells in the cargo hold that I could use to transmit an emergency signal.
Ja, loop er dan in. Ik klik
I
daar.
don't think I'm gonna find anything useful there. But there might be some charged power cells in the cargo hold that I could use to transmit an emergency signal.
Oh, ik dacht dat dat die kant op was. Maar dan moet ik dus...
Don't let me down. Accepted. Oh, it requires further authentication? There's security and then there's paranoia. I need the key code that Mark set.
$20,194.
Mark secured it with his ID number.
Ha.
How can someone so forgetful fly a spaceship?
I'm in! But what is all this stuff? I should stay away from it, but all the technical equipment is down there. Most importantly, the power cells. And with it, my only hope of sending out an emergency signal. There's gas leaking into the hold through this hole. I can't seal it with my bare hands. I could release the gas here if it wasn't all collected at the bottom. I wonder if I can find anything here. No, those are various ores. Raw materials for a refinery. They're no use to me. Carbon dioxide filtered out of the air is stored here and released whenever needed. And it's pretty heavy in concentration form. It might be able to push this smoke up. Tank number 1 is still about 40% full and emptying very slowly. It's going to take hours for all the gas to release. Tank number 2 is filled with carbon dioxide. It's about 1.2% full and stable. Looks like it wasn't damaged in the crash. If I open tank 2, the gas will be gone within minutes. Yes, it's pushing the strange gas up, but there's still something coming through the leak. Yes, it's pushing the strange gas up, but there's still something coming through the leak. Carbon dioxide filtered out of the air is stored here and released whenever needed, and it's pretty heavy in concentration form. It might be able to push this smoke up. It won't work while the gas is coming out with this much force. Yes, it's pushing the strange gas.
No. Hold on.
It won't work while the gas is coming out with this much force. I can't stop the gas from coming in with this. I hope the carbon dioxide will push the gas up now, but I shouldn't be here when that happens.
4 or 5 minutes should be enough. But after that, I need to ventilate the room well.
It worked! Mark isn't down there either, but neither is his body, so that's good. Did he get ejected? Did he leave? If so, where to? Pull yourself together, Tessa. So what? He's not here. You can manage on your own. All you need for an emergency signal are power cells.
Okay.
Okay, this is the last straw. Goodness. Lots of junk, but no power cells. What now?
Yeah.
What's this? Oh, a Cognitive Observation Research Entity, or CORE for short. We use these things to reach places we can't get to ourselves. They can fly, scan, send data, and are equipped with a speech module. I need an ID card to activate the drone. Maybe it could help me out of this situation. And even if it can't, at least I'll have someone to talk to. Then I can complain to Core while I'm starving. Why should I use Mark's ID card? I don't know why there's a wrong name on it, but I should use the other card.
Unit activated. Assigned to Melissa Luna, Explorer. Good day. Core ready to assist you, Miss Luna.
Incorrect. Tessa Carter. That's my name.
Name change. Tessa Carter. Confirmed. I am glad to be of service, Ms. Carter. What are your orders?
Where should we begin?
Nine leaks, 4 hull breaches, 2 broken beams, 14.
1 broken spaceship, 1 survivor. Maybe 2. I hope so anyway. That's all that matters now.
What is your primary objective, miss?
For you to stop being so formal with me. Just call me Tessa.
Of course, altering linguistic database. Tessa.
Right. The next objective is to send out an emergency signal. But I can't do that without power cells, and I have to find Mark, so basically, if I want to get us out of this mess, I've solely got primary objectives.
I do not have access to the ship's database. Who is Mark?
Mark Bennett, about 30 years old, pilot and mechanic. We're the TAC 92's crew.
Registered. What is the status of your immediate surroundings?
Well, I have to take a closer look.
My scanners could help in examining your surroundings.
Good idea. Do that.
Nine leaks, 4 hull breaches.
I know this thing's broken. I meant the surroundings. Let's just scan it outside.
Confirmed.
Okie dokie. Use the button on at the bottom right. Okay. Naar buiten.
Analyzing atmosphere outside the ship. Result, similar to Earth's atmosphere, breathable for humans. You can take off the helmet, Tessa.
Good. I prefer it this way.
Smells slightly burnt, but with the wind coming from over there, it kind of smells like stagnant water. Better than this canned air, anyway. Okay, here's the plan. We look for life, for some water and food, of course. And maybe keep our eyes peeled for any buildings or anything useful. No idea how long I'm gonna have to survive out here.
The Intergalactic Mining Corporation should have already sent out a search party.
I doubt it. Mark and I are just the advance guard, and it's not unusual for us not to be able to send reports. We don't have a set route, either. They'll start looking for us eventually. Eventually. And by then, I'll probably be talking to a volleyball.
But I do not understand what it has to do with this crash.
Never mind. Please scan our surroundings.
Scanning. Scan complete. Scan radius of about 400 meters. No signs of relevantly sized life forms. No artificial constructs or buildings.
Relevantly sized? And what size is relevant to you?
Anything bigger than a fully grown male Balinese toucan.
A what?
A male Balinese toucan. Their average size in all dimensions roughly represents that of the average-sized, fully grown earthen life form.
You're joking, right?
Statistics are not a joke.
Well, that doesn't help me. Compare the data to something I know. No more than 8 letters.
Equivalent to a medium-sized dog. Equivalent to a chicken 49.9% larger than average. Equivalent to exactly 11 hedgehogs.
To recap, a Balinese toucan is roughly the size of 1.5 chickens. Any more data?
The environment is mostly comprised of stone. Water and simple flora can also be detected behind the landing zone.
No signs of Mark? Damn. My mineral samples can wait. We should look for water and plants.
New data! I am registering a weak but repeating radio signal.
Where is it coming from?
It originates from the planet's surface. The signature is inconclusive.
Could it be coming from the Intergalactic Mining Corporation?
The possibility of that lies at 29%.
Can you locate it?
I can only ascertain a rough direction. To interpolate a position, we would have to get closer.
I guess I don't really have a choice. Let's see what's behind it. Maybe it's a distress signal from Mark. Incredible. I know why I love my job. Without it, I wouldn't be able to see things like this. We followed the crash's progression. These must be the plants you were talking about. Well, they're not flowers, Core, let me tell you. More of a smelly swamp.
I do not categorize flora and fauna by their feel-good factor, unless you wish to update my software accordingly. In that case, I would request the following hardware as well. Arms.
Okay, forget it. At least it's not just rocks again. What are those tiny lights?
Small life forms.
Interesting. A good sign there might be more to this planet. If we flew over this place with the TAC-92 before we crashed, could something have fallen from the ship that's now emitting the signal?
Theoretically. But the ship's inventory was complete, so the signal I am receiving cannot originate from a technical device known to us.
We can't get any closer. We need to get down there.
You could slide and climb down those rocks there, but they are quite steep and porous, so you could not get back up again.
So a one-way ticket then.
My recommendation: remaining within the TAC-92. The ship's hull offers protection and Mark could return. Then you would no longer be on your own. It would be easier for you to find water together, as well as finding a way which allows for a return to the ship.
But then we still won't be able to send the emergency signal. We should find out what that signal is that you're receiving.
Agreed.
Yeah. Let's call it good news first. I can breathe on the planet. More importantly, Core picked up some kind of rhythmic signal. We followed that to a cliff that just judged out of over a swamp. Small life forms can be detected down there. Hopefully, if Core does further calculations from here, we'll find out how far away the signal is. If I can find water nearby, hopefully I can survive for some time. But only if I find this device or whatever it is. Can I call for help? Okay, dokie.
Terrifying, but still so beautiful. I wouldn't want to get caught in it, though.
My calculations show that it is probably moving away from us.
Moet hier toch naar beneden, of zei ze dat net niet?
I want to follow that ominous signal. Crazy. A moldy swamp with spooky lights. Normally that would be something I should find scary or unpleasant, but right now I just feel happy. Plants mean life, water, and food. I shouldn't just drink the water or pick a fruit on the off chance it might be okay though. And Core, please let me know if there's any dangerous creature approaching from behind a bush.
I shall scan the number of teeth to assess the creature's danger level before it pounces on you.
That's very kind of you.
Humor.
I want to follow that on. Crazy. A moldy swamp with spooky light. I shouldn't just.
I shall scan the number.
That's.
Ja. Hello.
Crazy. A moldy swamp. I shouldn't just drink the water or pick.
I shall scan.
That's. I want to follow that ominous signal. I should get Core to do another scan. Core, locate the signal and calculate the distance.
Scan initiated. Signal detected. Calculating. Calculated distance, 9.4 kilometers. Possible deviation up to 21%.
So, about 10 kilometers. Or about walking distance of 2 hours. In the summer, with shorts. With an ice cream. On a foreign planet with unknown dangers and terrain, wearing a spacesuit, though, might take a little bit longer.
Including these factors, I calculate a walking time between 9 and 11 hours with a high probability of death.
As long as we find something capable of sending a distress signal at the end, I even prefer some interesting trail over a yellow brick road. What is that? Cord, do you see that? Record.
Confirm. A pulsating light.
SOS.
Recording started.
3 keer langzaam, 3 keer snel.
What was it?
I could not detect any pattern and no repetition. It
Oh.
seemed to be completely random.
And it came from the same direction as the signal. Okay, I've got to go there. Core, will the sun be setting anytime soon?
In about 3 Earth hours. Compared to the Earth, days are slightly shorter here. However, so are the nights.
I see. We'll spend the night on the ship and set out tomorrow.
Information. There are about 3 to 4 days worth of sustenance readily available here for you, if you would like to wait for Mark.
I don't know if Mark is lying around somewhere all messed up, or if he's looking for help, or if he's the one sending out that signal. Even if I ration my supplies, they'll be gone at some point. And if there's still no sign of Mark by then, I'm going to have to leave here. Then I'd have to brave the dangers of an unknown planet with hardly any supplies left. No, I think it's best I leave when I feel like it, and not wait until I can't put it off any longer. We're leaving tomorrow morning.
Confirmed.
Okay. Light. When we determined on the cliff that the signal was being transmitted from a distance of about 9 kilometers, making it about a day's walk away in the difficult conditions, it flashed an irregular, pulsating light. What the source is remains a mystery to us, but it at least raises the hope of actually encountering help at the signal or being able to send a distress signal there ourselves. Still don't know where Mark is or if he survived, but I'm afraid I won't be able to wait to get an answer. As the day is coming to an end, I will spend the night in the ship. I'll leave tomorrow morning. Okay. Waar gaan we slapen dan? Achterin?
I should rest up before I go looking for the signal's origin tomorrow. I can feel the exhaustion in my bones.
Go to sleep.
Okay. I think we're well prepared. There's a signal, so there has to be someone here. People, or creatures. There was a light. Or was it just lightning or something natural?
There was a directional light that lasted 4.4 seconds. A bright light. I would calculate that the chances of it not being artificial lie at 9.14%.
Pretty slim odds then. What do you mean by directional?
There was a precise vector, but it changed as it shone.
Could it be a reflection of the sun?
The amount of blue light is too high. The sun as a source can be ruled out.
So it's of a technical origin. Might have been Mark, or maybe he saw it too, which means he'd probably be on his way there right now. I suppose.
If he was ejected from the TAC-92, then he would probably be able to see the smoke and come here. However, if that is the case, he would now be dead at a possibility of 94.1%.
Where would I be without your optimism? So, you think I should stay here?
This place offers shelter, and you can gather resources from the wreckage. It is also the first place any rescue teams would check while searching for you. Leaving this place would be illogical.
But what is logical is that I would starve here and that I'd never find out what happened to Mark. Maybe he needs help, and without him I can't send out an emergency signal. I'd just be wasting my precious time.
As a weak biological life form, you will naturally lose energy and gradually be able to move shorter and shorter distances, which greatly lowers your chances at survival.
You're a real ray of sunshine, Core.
Yeah.
Furthermore, the light signal might vanish and then you would no longer be able to make out its origin.
All the more reason not to stay here, Core. Then I can only hope Mark is still alive and won't leave me hanging. I'd rather risk it and take my fate into my own hands.
Understandable, considering you are an organic life form. However, in the event of an accident, you would be entirely helpless.
You almost sound like Tony, that old worrywart.
Tony?
Anthony, my husband, Anthony Carter.
According to my database, you are unmarried.
Yeah.
Your database only knows about that Melissa Luna on the ID card.
Database update. Tessa Carter is married to Anthony Carter.
Yes, he also works for the Intergalactic Mining Corporation as a biochemist. I can see him right now, drinking hot chocolate together with our son, Finn. Just a few weeks' journey
Op een
away from
zoontje.
here. Please add to your database that Finn is 4 years old. Wait, 5? No, 4. Finn is 4 years old. Anyway, if I want to see them again, I have to survive.
Database updated.
Excellent. I have to take a break. I can't keep my eyes open. You keep watch while I sleep, and wake me if anything happens.
Confirmed.
You wanted to tell me something?
Yes, Mr. Bishop. He offered me a promotion.
Hey, that's amazing! Congratulations, you really deserve it.
Thank you, Tony.
You hesitate. Despite the improvement, you're worried you won't have any thrills in the new job, right?
I understand. You went through a lot after the accident.
Yes. I'm lucky to have survived that day.
You must have been very afraid, all alone, on a foreign planet.
Well, yes. But I also felt excited. Free. It was a strange mix of emotions and... Wait. What about Mark? Have you found him?
Yes, we found him. He is alive and well.
Oh, what luck. So, that night I dreamed about the day I was at the beach with Tony, where I told him about being promoted. I don't know what I meant by that.
Let's stick to what you experienced. Please continue telling me what you remember. What happened the following day, when you left?
Dag 2.
Good morning, Tessa.
Good morning, Core. How was the night?
No unusual incidents. My scanners detected that you had an uneasy sleep.
Slightly creepy, but correct. It's not great sleeping in a spacesuit. As if crashing wasn't bad enough for my poor bones. We should get going to find out more about the signal and the light. Then we'll see if there's a chance to escape. Or if I'll be turning into a fossil here.
Would you like me to read you some motivational quotes from my database? Even the longest journey begins...
For heaven's sake, don't. I've already got a headache. Maybe we can find something interesting out there. That makes me feel better. Okay. Core, Has the signal changed at all?
Negative. It is unchanged and still active at the same strength and same relative distance.
I can't see the light anymore. Oh well. Whatever it is, the signal might be useful. Maybe I can repurpose it. Can you fly ahead and scan the ground to tell me where I can walk?
Confirmed.
So far, so good.
You made it look quite easy.
Thanks. That wasn't my first climbing session. But as I thought, I won't be able to get back to the ship's wreckage.
It would be logical to not waste time and instead look ahead, as long as the signal is active.
Somehow I've got the feeling we're going to ask ourselves where ahead even is. I hope ahead doesn't mean through the undergrowth and straight into some animal's mouth.
My sensors would register any animal with Tessa-sized mouths.
How reassuring.
Groene muggen.
There's a swarm of insects here. They look like oversized mosquitoes, sucking on the plant and glowing. So they're the ones causing these strange lights in the swamp. Seems to be some form of bioluminescence.
These are the small life forms that I registered.
They're as big as rats.
Geen vuurvliegjes, maar vuurmuggen. Oh, ik ga links, rechts, rechtdoor. Oh my god.
These remind me more of corals than of plants. They're even moving slightly, but apart from that, they seem uninteresting.
Corals on Earth are more akin to animals than to plants.
Tony would have been delighted to try and find out what exactly these things are. Incredible how dirty, brackish, green, lentic, stinking water can give life to all sorts of creatures. But we humans are disgusted by it.
This disgust prevents you from drinking it and transporting all kinds of bacteria and parasites into your organism. Tessa.
Thanks for the reminder.
Oké. Dit wordt een doolhof. Exit.
This just keeps getting better. Wouldn't it be nice if life was easy?
Intergalactic Mining Corporation. No progress without obstacles.
Yeah, I know the propaganda.
Do you know the slogan's origin?
I may have mild amnesia, Cora, but I know that I always deliberately disregarded that information.
The IMC's legendary founder, Walter Knight, derived his worldview and ethics from the video games he so thoroughly enjoyed playing. If there are no obstacles or problems in your way, then you're going in the wrong direction, is what he always said. You should be on the lookout for obstacles. Hence, no progress without obstacles.
I thought some overpriced advertising company had come up with that slogan. But it's even worse. He came up with it while wasting his time on video games. Well, I guess he wanted to appear more down-to-earth, our Mr. Knight. And that's how people actually see him. Because they bombarded us with the slogan in every commercial.
My market research data shows a correlation between the slogan's frequent repetition and the IMC's customer ratings.
How nice for the IMC. Okay, obstacles. So that means we should be heading towards those mountains over there. They count as an obstacle, right?
Correct. The signal is still about 4.1 kilometers away.
And how are we going to get down there?
Unfortunately, I have no data on how to overcome real-world obstacles.
In the morning we left as planned. The climbing went without any special events, and now we are standing in this swamp of plants and water, looking for a way to the source of the signal. We can only hope that it will not suddenly disappear or be out of our reach. How surprising! There we are following the signal half of the planned route through this thick pick it. But only to get to another cliff, even higher than the last one. I'm not going to be able to climb down here so easily. We need an alternate route or two above and fast. I really don't want to spend the night here.
The roots here have grown to become a net-like mesh. I can't tear it away. The plant is too sturdy. I'd definitely reach the lake. The unscientific concept of a wishing well only works with something valuable, not trash and tools.
Ledge.
I'm sure I've already been close to this ledge. It's part of this plateau I'm on after all. But even if I was right above it, it's still too much of a descent. A swarm of insects happily feasting on a plant. They look like blown-up mosquitoes and are glowing green and yellow. I think they're ignoring me.
In this place, they are too far away to reach.
Okay.
Unlike the others, these insects are glowing red. The net is too loose-knit for these insects. And even though I might be very imaginative, I can't see myself needing a bag full of alien mosquitoes. There was nothing special on this side of the swamp. It all looked the same. And the path seems to be just back here. But we also need some kind of reference point that we can follow. The signal will only take us to the edge. There was nothing special on this side,
Okay.
but we also need...
Wacht, terug. What the fuck is that?
An impressive flower. Long, strange fibers are hanging out of it. An impressive flower. A swarm of insects happily feasting on a plant. They look like blown-up mosquitoes and are glowing green and yellow. I think they're...
In this place,
Bubble.
A large bubble that formed on the swamp water. A bit disgusting, really. I can't reach it. Oh, so they didn't like the smoke either. Now they're over there, eating and glowing. A swarm of insects happily feasting on a plant. They look like blown-up mosquitoes and are glowing green and yellow. I think they're ignoring me.
you'd better not get that close.
There was nothing special on this side of the swamp. It all looked the same. And the path seems to be just back here. But we also need some kind of...
The signal is coming from this direction and is about 4.1 kilometers away. There is a 29-meter descent here with nowhere for us to climb down. The only way up appears to be this plant that has broken through the cliff over there.
Can you follow it?
The plants are too thick and their materials are too similar. My sensors cannot distinguish between the data.
A huge plant that broke through from above and grew into the lake.
There are insects sucking on it, glowing.
If it's growing upwards, it has to be somewhere on this plateau.
That is to be assumed. There are many here, but it is not clear which one it is.
I'm sure I've already, but even if I was ready. There was nothing special on this side of the swamp. It all looked the same. But we also need some... A huge crack in the rock wall. Looks like the plant broke through from above. If we find that rift, we might be able to climb down on the plant.
Or we find the plant itself.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, and I will have my vengeance. But apart from vengeance, this won't help me. I can't attach it to the pole. I can't combine or affix them. That might be useful.
I'm efficient.
I'd definitely reach the lake. The unscientific concept of a wishing well? I can't combine or affix. There has to be something in this labyrinth of plants that can help me out. The net is too loose-knit for these insects. There was nothing special on this, but we also need... No, I can't get back up there. Oh, so they didn't like the smoke either. Now they're over there, eating and glowing. The net is too loose-knit for these...
What?
There was nothing special on this side of the swamp. It all looked the same. And the path seemed... But we also need some... They're oily and sticky. Maybe to catch pollinators like a spider's web.
I will be careful.
They're too tough to pull out together, and pulling them out individually would take ages. I'll cut them off as far up as possible, but I'll leave most of them. I'm sure the plant needs them to survive.
Fibers.
I can't attach them here. It's too sharp. There has to be something in this labyrinth of plants that can help me out. The water in this pond is very shallow and has a different color. It's red-brown instead of yellow-green. They're getting uneasy, but are staying put. Maybe the smell is agitating them. Unlike the others, these insects are glowing red. I can see something beneath it. Oh, and it reeks. Oh, that's a dead animal. Or, well, what remains of it. Looks like it's been dead for a few days. It's got feathers. Is that a
toucan.
what? No, that's impossible. It has to be some other animal that just looks very similar. I don't know how it died, but it lost a lot of blood afterwards, which then ran down into the water. There is no way, and I mean no way, that I'm going to touch that thing, poke around in it, or take any part of it with me.
As an explorer, you should be more professional. Look, there's a really thin bone over there.
I am an explorer, not a pathologist. Ugh. What about the bone?
You could use it as a lockpick.
Who programmed you to have such crude ideas? That's just absurd. There is no way, and I mean no... There is no way, and I mean no way... There is no way, and I mean... The water in this pond is very shallow. There is no way, and I mean no way, that I'm going to touch that thing. Unlike the others, these... They're getting uneasy, but are staying put. Maybe the smell is agitating them.
Smell?
There is no way, and I mean no...
The insects appear to be taking in the blood from the water through the plant. My scan was unable to detect any changes within the plant. However, the signal is coming from this direction.
There was nothing special on this side of the swamp. It all looked the same. And the path seems to be just back here. But we also need some kind of reference point that we can follow. The signal...
Moet ik hier naar beneden klimmen of
A huge crack in the rock wall. Looks like the plant broke through from above. If we find that rift, we might be able to climb down on the plant.
Or we find the plant itself.
Is dit dan gewoon een uitkijkpost? Voor de rest niks?
There has to be something in this labyrinth of...
Ja, dan moet hier toch ook wat iets meer zijn.
No, I can't. These remind me more of corals than of plants.
Corals on Earth are.
Tony would have been delighted to an impressive flower.
Wat als ik die kadaver hier nou ingooi dan? Maar goed, zij wil hem niet aanpakken.
Incredible how dirty, brackish green, but we humans are disgusting.
This disgust prevents you from drinking it and transport.
Thanks for the reminder. How deep is the water core?
More than 1 meter here.
Whatever I throw in here, I won't be able to get it back. There was nothing special on this side of the swamp. It all looked the same. But we also need some kind of reference point that we can follow. There is no way, and I mean no way, that I'm going to touch that thing, poke around in it, or take any part of it with me. There was nothing special on this side of the swamp. It all looked the same, but we also
Dus
need
links
some
is
kind
niks.
of reference. I'm sure I've already been close to this ledge. But even if I was right above it, it's still too much of a descent. Let's see. They're burning well, but mostly they're producing lots of smoke. They won't do me much good here on the ground. Let's see. They're burning well, but mostly they're producing lots of smoke. They won't do me much good here on the ground.
What the hell? What the helly? Hey, ben ik niet... Hey, dit is nieuw. Hey. Ja, dit is nieuw.
A plant growing beyond the crater's edge. It's gonna be like a bridge soon, but it's too slippery to walk on even though it's got small indentations.
A visual analysis shows that your bridge comparison is mainly unjustified. I would register it thus: mossy, slippery, unclimbable, leafy plant. And likes it moist and shady. Fertilize once a month.
A small crater filled with blue-tinged, slightly strange-looking water.
Oh.
Is there something glinting at the bottom of the crater?
Confirmed. There is an object consisting of various metals and salts in the middle of the crater that is shimmering blue.
I might be able to grab the meteorite with this. but I can hardly see it from the edge, and it's too far away. Core, couldn't you try?
I am a levitating, high-tech sphere, capable of solving the most complicated calculations in fractions of a second, and you want me to act like a common cargo robot?
You could have just said no.
Limbs are overrated.
This plant seems to be dead and dried up, even though there's water in this crater. Looks like all the other plants had the same fate. And there aren't any insects here either.
My sensors indicate that the roots of these plants have been damaged and the capillary vessels have been blocked by salt residue. The plant died of thirst.
En... Kan ik daar wat mee?
I wonder if burning them would do anything.
What purpose would that have? They might not burn at all. That would be a waste. If they do burn, however, you might be faced with a bigger problem, even if we disregard the potentially toxic fumes.
It was just an idea. I think I was a bit of a pyromaniac as a kid. I wonder if burning...
What purpose if they do?
It was just...
Ja.
completely dried up.
They will not help us.
Wat moet ik met die plant doen?
Completely dried up.
They will not help us.
A small crater filled with blue. There's a blue, metallic, and shimmering object.
Ik heb het idee waar zo'n tandwiel bij staat dat je daar wat mee moet doen.
The crater is about 1.9 meters deep. The water inside is at a level of 1.4 meters. The blue color seems to come from a reaction with the meteorite's salty elements. The signal is coming from this direction.
A plant growing beyond the crater's edge. It's gonna be like a bridge.
A visual analysis I would register and...
A small crater filled with blue. There's a blue metallic. No, I can't get back up there. There was nothing special on this side of the swamp. It all looked the same. But we also need some kind of reference point that we can follow. There has to be something in this labyrinth of plants that can help me out. Completely dried up.
They will not help us.
Ja.
The indentations are pretty soft, and I don't have to make them any larger. That would just cause liquid to come out, making the plant more slippery.
I don't get it. What do
That
you want?
doesn't make a lot of sense.
Ja, dat weet ik, maar ik probeer ook maar wat.
A plant growing...
A visual I would register and...
A plant growing beyond...
Oh my god.
A visual I would register and...
vast.
The indentations are pretty soft, and I don't have to make them any larger. That would just... completely dried up.
They will not help us.
They will not help us.
Completely dried up.
They will not help us.
Moet ik hier wat doen?
I won't be able to do anything with this. I might be able to grab the meteorite with this, but I can hardly see it from the edge, and it's too far away.
Dus?
No, I can't. No, I can't. I can't attach them here. It's too sharp. I can't combine or...
Oh my god. Wat moet ik dan doen hier? Ik heb het droge plant. Nette plant.
A plant growing beyond the crater's edge. It's gonna be like a bridge soon. But it's too slippery to walk on, even though it's got small indentations.
A visual analysis shows that your bridge comparison is mainly unjust. I would register it thus, and, like...
It's too slippery. Zo, het moet droog zijn, net zoals die. Wat is dan...
This plant seems to be dead and dried up, even though there's water in this crater. Looks like all the other plants had the same fate. And there aren't any insects here either.
My sensors indicate that the roots of these plants have been damaged and the capillary vessels have been blocked by salt residue. The plant died of thirst.
Salt residue. Dus er moet meer zout in het water. Zodat die plant hiervoor ook doodgaat. Ik heb geen zout.
The sides of the crater are too brittle to attach the bolts.
I would advise not to enter this crater. We cannot be certain whether the chemicals in the water will have any effect on your suit. And the crater's wall do not look very stable.
I won't be able to do anything with this.
Oh my god.
A swarm of insects happily feasting on a plant.
In this place, they are too far away to reach.
Too far away to reach. Maar... Is dat een hint dat ik wel iets moet doen met die beesten? Of?
Oh, so they didn't like the smoke either. Now they're over there, eating and glowing.
En dan gaat u nu vertellen dat ik niet te dichtbij moet komen.
A swarm of insects happily feasting on a plant. They look like blown up mosquitoes and are glowing green and yellow. I think they're ignoring me.
You'd better not get that close.
getting uneasy, but are staying put. Maybe the smell is agitating them.
Ja,
A swarm of insects
In this place, they are too far away to reach.
the smell is agitating them. Wat is dat even? What the fuck? Moet ik daar wat in de fik steken? Of
Let's see.
Ah. Wacht even.
They're burning well, but mostly they're producing lots of smoke. They won't do me much good here on the ground. Oh, so they didn't like the smoke either. Let's see. They're burning well, but mostly they're producing lots.
Dat heeft geen...
Let's see.
Waarom loopt ze nou daar naartoe dan?
They're burning well, but mostly they're producing lots of smoke. They won't do me much good here on the ground.
Je moet daar wat mee doen. Ik weet niet wat, maar...
Let's see. They're burning well, but mostly they're producing lots of smoke. They won't do me much good here on the ground.
Oh my god.
This plant seems to be dead and looks like all the other plants. And there aren't any insects here either.
My sensors indicate that the roots of the...
Let's see. They're burning well, but mostly they're producing lots of smoke. They won't do me much good here on the ground.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You won't reach these insects, Tessa. They don't respond to me.
Ik heb echt het gevoel dat ik hier wat mee moet doen.
Oh, so they didn't like the smoke either. I don't want to burn them, just rile them a bit. Let's see. The smell's making them uneasy, but they're not leaving.
What?
They're getting uneasy, but are staying put. Maybe the smell is agitating them.
Okay.
Let's see. burning well, but mostly they're producing lots of smoke. They won't do me much good here on the ground.
Ik snap er echt geen kut van, joh.
A swarm of insects happily feasting on a plant. They look like blown up mosquitoes and are glowing green and yellow. I think they're ignoring me.
You'd better not get that close.
Hier staat alleen een vergrootglas bij.
Let's see. They're burning well, but most... An impressive flower.
You won't reach these insects, Tessa. They don't respond to me. Maybe they see me as one of their own.
Let's see. They're burning well, but mostly they're producing lots of smoke. They won't...
Ik word een klein beetje gek.
There has to be something in this labyrinth of A swarm of insects happily feasting on a plant. They look like blown up mosquitoes.
You'd better not get that close.
Ja.
They're getting uneasy, but are staying put. Maybe the smell is agitating them.
Oh.
Let's see.
Ja, godverdomme, wat is dit nou dat vergouwen?
The water in this pond is very shallow and has been cut. Let's see. They're burning well, but mostly they're producing lots of smoke. They won't do me much good here on the ground. There was nothing special on this side of the swamp, but we also need some kind of...
Nou, ik word een beetje gek in de kop. Down left down crater from the peninsula down right blooming plant. Marked a large plant that has broken through the rocks.
There has to be something in this labyrinth of plants.
What? Hold through. View. Mark the large plant that has broken through the rocks and is growing into the lake, so that you can find it again above. Crater. Fish meteorite out of crater. To the view. Use glass shards with roots on the left. Net. Use metal bolts with plant.
I can push them in a bit, but they're still wiggling.
Welke idioot heeft dit bedacht? Are you fucking
Right.
kidding me?
Now they're pretty stable. Careful.
Do you think this is a good idea? Does taking this risk bring you closer to your goal?
Shut up, man.
Chill out, Core. Unusual situations require unusual measures. And what I'm gonna find in this crater is going to be quite unusual.
According to my calculations, the outcome of climbing one of these plants is lethal in 9.4% of all cases. Statistics are no joke.
I hurled my butt through space inside of a hunk of metal with controlled ionic detonations. You really think I'm scared of a bit of free climbing? This plant is sturdy, and all that's beneath it is a puddle. And I have to climb it anyways to find a way out of this swamp, because otherwise we'd die. Sometimes you have to live dangerously, Core, or you might never live at all. Don't you have a curiosity algorithm? Or some humor routines? If we're really going to starve, dry up, or get eaten by aliens, I want to at least be able to laugh.
You want me to be funny?
Yes, exactly. Whoa. We'll practice. Okay then. Say something funny.
Calculating.
I'm waiting.
Joke confirmed. What did the sun say to the earth?
No, I don't want you to tell me a joke. Make fun of our situation. About the swamp, our location, about me, about yourself. Anything. I mean, you can tell me about dangers if you want, but just do it more interestingly.
Anders ga je even een heel gesprek voeren op een boomstomp wat heel glibberig is.
I understand. So, should you fall from the plant, please scream as loudly as possible so Mark Bennett can find us. Because I can't catch you or perform first aid.
Good attempt at sarcasm, Core. Could have been worse.
Yeah.
Let's see. All I have to do is not drop it. Slowly. Got it. And now... Pretty heavy. But there it is.
Hehe. Meteorite. Mesh is weg. Oké, wat zou ik met die meteoriet moeten doen?
I hope all the trouble I went through with the meteorite was worth it. I'll just put it into the shallow water. It's actually coloring the water. Together with the blood, it turns it purple. Let's just hope it isn't a megalomaniac meteorite out to take over the world. Huh, looks like they didn't like that. But, more importantly, they went purple for a second before they fled. I think the meteorite won't be any use here. I'll take it back with me. There is no way, and I mean no way, that I'm going to touch that thing, poke around. Huh. Here, these insects are glowing yellow-green. So they're not a different species, but can change their color. Must have been because of the water. I put the meteorite into the water earlier. It's glowing purple now. And the insects aren't sitting on the plant anymore.
Oké. Maar dat brengt me nog niet echt dichterbij naar waar ik moet zijn.
There was nothing special on this side of the swamp. It all looked the same. And the path, but we also need some kind of reference point that... I once spent a week on a planet with a similar view. Back then, I planned every expedition in a way that I could enjoy that view as much as possible. Now, I'd almost be happy to see the boring interior of a functioning spaceship instead, and without any surprises. But only almost.
Mark. Ik moest iets marken. Fish meteorite out of the crater to the view. You use glacier with roots on the left. Net. Throw meteorite into lake. Sorry voor het klein beetje cheaten.
What are you trying to do?
Unpleasant, but... unavoidable.
Maar dat is toch...
Physical exertion to relieve stress?
That should have been worth it. Take a look.
tering ver weg.
Yes! The lake is turning blue. It looks like it's working. The mosquitoes turned blue for a second. But they flew away. They don't seem to like the plant's juice anymore after we tampered with it.
Humankind is famous for this behavior. A function ecosystem that humanity does not fully comprehend is altered and permanently damaged, all out of pure self-interest. All the indigenous fauna can do is flee.
If I can escape this planet by giving the indigenous fauna a bellyache, then I'll gladly be the poster child for my species' wrongdoings.
I have seen worse specimens of your species.
Oké.
The meteorite is inside the lake, coloring the water blue. The insects that sucked on the plant also started glowing blue. Until they flew off in disgust, that is. It's soaking up the blue water. The insects that sucked on it, if the plant is growing upwards, it has to be somewhere on this plateau. We have to find it in this undergrowth, and then we can follow it.
Dus het is...
These remind me more of corals than of plants. They're even moved.
Corals on Earth.
Tony would have been. Damn it, I keep coming out at the same places.
Confirmed.
R2D2.
There was nothing special on this side of the swamp. It all looked the same. But we also need... No, I
Okay.
can't get back.
Sorry hoor, ik vind dit echt even een kutstuk. What the fuck is dit, man? Find way to scare away the insects. Build torch. Search plant. View. Look for the plant that makes insects glow blue in your area and follow it. What? Build torch.
I can't attach them here. It's too sharp. Damn, it's too slippery to attach the fibers. Yes! Oily fibers on a stick! Yes, that worked. Now all we need is a dark cave full of pressure plates that make arrows shoot out of the wall.
What a strange thing to wish for.
Oh, dat was een... Ik dacht al, what the fuck bedoelt zij? The fuck do you mean? Bloep.
Oh, so they didn't like the smoke either. Now they're over there, eating and glowing.
Dan, ik gok dat dit de beesten zijn die ik moet volgen. They turn blue.
Yes, I can shoo them away with that. Next time, however, a little more purposefully.
Hoe bedoel je?
They are too far away.
Did I fucked up? Find way to scare away. Wat is dit voor Engels? Find way to scare away the insects. Look for the plant that makes insects glow blue. Look for the plant. From media, look for the plant that makes.
They are too far away.
Yeah, it's too far away.
There was nothing special on this side of the swamp. It all looked the same. But we also need some kind of reference.
Dus ik heb nou eerst
Damn
even...
it, I keep coming out at the same...
Confirmed.
Sorry. Plant die... de beestjes blauw maakt. Maar ik probeer het gewoon hoor.
You won't reach these insects, Tessa. They don't.
Tessa. Ik denk dat ik hier wel klaar ben, maar...
I wonder if burning them would do anything.
What purpose if they do burn?
It was just a... Okay, this time more deliberate. But in which direction?
The signal is coming from this direction.
Ik hoop dat ik het goed doe. Ik zit even na te denken. Ik weet niet of ik het goed doe hoor, maar... Ja.
They went blue for a second. Did you see that?
Affirmative.
Then that must mean that this is a limb of the plant that goes down the edge towards the bottom. Does that make sense?
Affirmative. Any other plant absorbing water that has been colored by this or any other meteorite should have withered by now.
Excellent. Let's follow it. Here's the tear.
Hehe.
That should be interesting.
You could just jump. There's a 91% chance of you slipping and falling anyway.
I'd rather be deceived by your statistic.
Hij is wel grappiger geworden. Dat vroeg ze toch? Could you be more funny? Maar wat een pakkend verhaal. Pakkend verhaal en niet zo emotioneel, maar
And
mooi goed bedacht
down.
verhaal. Doe me een beetje denken aan
Piece
platvoet.
of cake. Now all we have to do is stick to the signal's direction.
De tekenfilm.
The torch is burned out anyway.
In ieder geval de vibes die kreeg. Komt dat door al de jungle-achtige dingen, maar... Oh. Maar goed. Ik heb er 2 uur en 15 minuten op zitten. Ik breid er een einde aan voor nu. Deel 2 komt ook nog wel uit. Ik vind het een super mooi spel. Ik hou wel van dit soort spellen. Dus een click and point. Of hoe noemen we dat? Point and click spel. Met een goed verhaal. Voor mij hoeft het niet allemaal actie, actie, actie. Snel, snel, snel. Chick, chick, chick. Dit is ook gewoon interessant. Of je een goed boek leest. En dan, dat boek mag je dan nu dan zelf spelen. Dus. Ja. Kijken of ik kan saven. Save. Swamp. Crater. Override. Existing save game. Override. Ja, ik zie jullie de volgende keer. Doe een duimpje omhoog. Later. Bye bye.